Hello, this is Jayme Schmidt, and I normally don't do commentary unless I have like something special to go with it, but there's a lot more I wanted to talk about Jack Frost than I already did. So, honestly, I might as well just get started. How did I find out about this movie? Well, if you ever watched the Wasp Woman review that I said that, and the same thing happened for this too. When I was a kid, and I grew up in Iowa near Dubuque, and so they had a Kennedy Mall there, and we there would be the Suncoast videos, and it happened to be that they would sell VHSs and DVDs in the horror and whatever collection. And when I was a kid, I happened to be just looking through the horror selection. I found Jack Frost, and I found the Wasp Woman, and I found out that Jack Frost had been discontinued, the DVD, so now it's like about worth $50. But other than that, I just remember looking at the cover and it being intriguing me, and I was just curious as to what it was, so I had to go check it out, and I finally did, and it was the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Well, it's not as bad as Rubber, but I mean, it was bad. And then, well, as far as like the other stuff I wanted to say goes, like there's I should have added in something about the credits with like the crazy like sayings or holiday sayings or whatever. It was just like something like, "Do you want French fries with that meal?" I'm thinking, what the hell kind of stuff is that? And then there was something else too, but I can't think of it right now, and I know it'll come to me later. But other than that, I remember this is like a huge part of my childhood. It's nostalgic to me. And I just thought, I know most people haven't heard of this movie. Not anybody's heard of this movie. That's why I wanted to come out and I wanted to get it shown to the media, let people know about it. How just even if you ever come across it, just to stay away from it. And they have like the whole movie on YouTube, and they got part 2 on YouTube. That's where I first found out about it. But I remember after seeing it in the store, I looked up. And this is the first time I found Stomp Tokyo reviews, that they do like sci-fi and horror movie reviews, and I read the review, and I saw some of the pictures, and the picture of the snowman of what Jack Frost becomes, it looks nothing like it does on the cover, and that's a huge disappointment, because this is a low budget production. They had hardly any money to go into this. And pretty much all you see is like, if they're ever fighting the snowman, it's just they're fighting a guy in some costume with a mouth that hardly even moves. I mean, yeah, it's cheesy, it's fun, it's just like the Leprechaun or Rumpelstiltskin or Pinocchio's Revenge. Yeah, I don't even know why I went there, but it's a fun little movie. And but honestly, I just thought, well, because of back in the day, they used to, in the 90s, they like the Leprechaun and like Pinocchio's Revenge and Rumpelstiltskin and this, those were all fairy tale creatures, and they take their own twist, their own like horror twist on them, and they did like the same with the Gingerbread Man. They call it Ginger Dead Man or some bull like that. But this is, like I said, this is a huge part of my childhood, and I just want to get this out to people, let them know it exists. Like this death scene, for instance, that is so goddamn cheesy.
Yes, that's right.
I know. Honestly, what I should have done was I should have talked more negatively about it to make the show better. But it also has some good things to it, that not off the top of my head that I can think of, but just I don't know. I could have even saved this for Christmas. I could have had this as a Christmas backup episode, but I don't know. It was fresh in my mind. I knew what I wanted to say, so I just got it right out there. So, yeah, look, speaking of Mario Brothers, it's funny, like I said, this movie is low budget, and Super Mario Brothers, they had like decent CGI effects, and then look at this. This is all a freaking guy in a costume. Or they could have used animatronics or whatever. It was just like Freddy here. It was just so stupid. How can anybody sell a product like that and expect people to buy it without knowing? Like, look, watch the mouth. Look at that.
So he goes on a
It
rampage.
just makes you laugh. I mean, they're campy movies. The Wasp Woman, they're really unknown, unheard of campy movies, and that's what's fun about them.
What?
That was a terrible crossfade effect. They had no choice. This is probably my favorite part in the whole movie, just because I have no idea what that was supposed to. I don't know what he said. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's the only time they got the mouth right. That's stupid. But other than that, no, this is a terrible movie, but it's also fun in its own cheesy way. I think, honestly, what I try and figure out is, since this one, like, bombed, and it was only, like, a video release, which really wasn't popular in the 90s or, like, the late 80s, straight-to-video wasn't that popular. Either you had it in the theater or you had to wait till it comes on TV, but honestly, they didn't do a whole lot of straight-to-videos, and this one, I can see how it never got a theatrical release because of how stupid it is. But getting back to my other thing, they made a second Jack Frost, and I might review that down the line somewhere. I don't know, but I was just thinking, how can you have something that's this critically criticized,
Okay,
and yet be able to make a sequel off it? I mean,
here we see a priest
like,
using a blow
you take,
dryer.
like, Batman and Robin, that was completely terrible. And why can't they do a sequel to that? Just because of how terrible it is. Why did this one get a sequel when it was even worse than Batman and Robin? I don't know. But it's just a question I had asked for years, but it's a fun little movie. Like there's the second one. I probably will be reviewing it down the line, but I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Jack Frost, the reason I picked this one is because I just recently went out and got it on DVD. I got it for about $20, and it's got a United Kingdom cover, but it's actually Region 1 disc. There's the brisk. You know, I noticed I haven't been drinking a whole lot in the last couple episodes. I gotta start doing that more often. I don't know, but yeah, I know most people don't know about this movie, and I'm kind of glad that they don't, but I just felt I should exploit it somehow. And the music in the beginning, the music in the end, there were just some techno Christmas stuff that I found on YouTube, and I didn't even know who they were owned by, so I didn't give them credit, but you can probably find it on YouTube just as easily as I did. So other than that, this joke, the Muppets attack, I wanted to go further on it. This was a joke from TokyoStompKingdom.com, the review, and I just wanted to go a step further. Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright, talk to y'all later. Bye.